You're lying in bed, one hand holding your phone. The room is quiet. The lights are off, but somehow you're still awake. You scroll, one more video, one more post, one more pointless piece of information. And before you know it, an hour has disappeared. Now imagine doing that for you. 0 years ago, no phone, no electricity, no house, no locks, no streetlights, just darkness. The kind of darkness most modern humans have never experienced. And somewhere beyond the edge of the firelight, something might be watching. So what did ancient humans actually do after dark? The answer is stranger than most people realize. Because the night didn't just shape human survival. It may have shaped the human mind itself. For most of human history, sunset changed everything. Today, darkness is mostly an inconvenience. You flip a switch, open an app, turn on a lamp, problem solved. But for ancient humans, darkness transformed the world. During the day, humans were surprisingly capable. They could see danger, track animals, gather food, work together. But at night, many of those advantages disappeared. Humans aren't built for darkness. Compared to most predators, our night vision is terrible. We don't have claws. We don't have fangs. We can't smell danger from far away. A lone human standing in the dark was one of nature's easiest targets. Wolves, hyenas, big cats, and sometimes other humans. Night was dangerous, really dangerous. Which raises an interesting question. If darkness was so deadly, why didn't people simply go to sleep as soon as the sun disappeared? Because something changed the story. Fire. Humans had been controlling fire for hundreds of thousands of years, and fire did far more than keep people warm. It pushed back the darkness. It scared away predators. It kept insects away. It provided safety, but it also did something unexpected. It created free time. Think about a typical day in the Stone Age. Most daylight hours were occupied finding food, making tools, watching for danger, traveling, taking care of children. Survival consumed almost everything. But after dark, around the fire, something different happened. For the first time all day, people could simply sit together. And when humans sit together long enough, they start talking. This may sound ordinary, but it might have been one of the most important developments in human history. Many researchers believe the campfire transformed human social life. Around those fires, people shared information. Who found food? Who spotted danger? Which areas were safe? Which weren't? Knowledge became survival. But information wasn't the only thing being exchanged. Stories appeared, and stories changed everything. Imagine a child sitting beside a fire 0 years ago. An older hunter begins speaking. He describes a strange animal he encountered, a dangerous river crossing, a rival group, or perhaps something mysterious he saw in the forest. The child listens, learns, remembers. Long before books existed, stories were how humans stored knowledge. The campfire became humanity's first classroom, its first theater, its first social media platform, its first entertainment system. In a strange way, content creators may be older than farmers. The people who could tell the best stories often attracted the most attention. Thousands of years later, very little has changed. We're still gathering around glowing lights, still sharing stories, still listening to strangers explain unusual events. The fire simply became a screen. But nighttime wasn't only about stories. It was also about relationships. Darkness brought people together. Most ancient humans rarely spent nights alone. For almost all of our evolutionary history, sleeping alone was unusual. Families slept together. Groups slept together. Entire communities often stayed close to one another. Protection came from numbers. Warmth came from numbers. Safety came from numbers. And this ancient reality may still influence modern psychology. Have you ever noticed how many people feel safer sleeping next to someone else? Or why complete silence sometimes feels uncomfortable? Part of your brain evolved in a world where isolation often meant danger. Your modern apartment may be safe, but your nervous system still remembers a much older world. Then there's another fascinating detail. Ancient humans may not have slept the way we do. Today, many people aim for one uninterrupted block of sleep. 8 hours, maybe 7 if life gets busy. But historical records suggest humans often slept in phases. People would fall asleep shortly after sunset, wake naturally during the night, spend some time awake, then return to sleep. For centuries, This was considered completely normal. Imagine waking up at 2 a.m. without panic, without checking your phone, without worrying about tomorrow, without wondering if something is wrong with you. You simply sat near the fire, talked quietly, reflected, then drifted back to sleep. The idea that sleep must be perfectly uninterrupted may be far newer than most people realize. And then there were dreams. Imagine experiencing dreams without any understanding of neuroscience. No brain scans, no psychology textbooks, no scientific explanations. You close your eyes, a dead relative appears. You visit impossible places. You speak to people who no longer exist. Then you wake up. How would you explain that for ancient humans? Dreams often felt just as real as waking life. Many cultures believe dreams carried messages, warnings, guidance, connections to another world. And honestly, from their perspective, that belief made perfect sense. Even today, dreams remain mysterious. Science has learned a lot, but we still don't fully understand why the brain creates such vivid experiences every night. Which means ancient humans and modern humans share something important. Both are still trying to understand what happens inside their minds after dark. But perhaps the strangest part of all is this. Ancient humans lived in a far more dangerous world. No hospitals, no police, no security systems, no climate control, no comfortable mattresses, no guaranteed food supply. Yet when darkness arrived, they often spent their evenings surrounded by real people, real conversations, real stories, and real connection. Modern humans live in the safest period in history, yet millions spend their nights alone, scrolling, refreshing, consuming endless information, surrounded by stimulation, but often disconnected. The irony is difficult to ignore. Our ancestors feared predators hiding in the darkness. We fear missing notifications. They gathered around campfires. We gather around screens. They looked into the night sky. We look into algorithms. The world changed. The technology changed. But the human brain didn't change nearly as much as we think. Deep beneath modern life, your mind is still carrying ancient instincts, still seeking stories, still seeking connection, still drawn toward glowing lights after sunset, still trying to make sense of the unknown. So the next time you're awake late at night, staring at a screen in a dark room, remember something? Thousands of years ago, another human sat beside a fire under the stars, wondering about the world, sharing stories, fearing the darkness, searching for meaning. And in some strange way, you're not that different from them. Because after dark, humanity has always done the same thing. We gather, we imagine, we tell stories, and we try to understand ourselves. Your brain remembers more than you think. If you enjoyed this journey into the primitive mind, subscribe and join us for the next story.